Hey! It's my red-faced live. Yeah, I'm clear. I'm clear sunscreen's important. I'm clear about skin cancer, and I'm clear that I still made a choice to not wear sunscreen. So this light is uber bright. Maybe just turn it off completely. Anyway, happy Memorial Day, guys. I don't know that it's a happy day. Welcome. I hope that you're taking time to think about all the people that fought for our freedom. It's kind of overwhelming when you start thinking about it. I didn't have a ton of military in my personal family, except my grandpa would be like, hello. But other than my grandparents' generation, not much. So I didn't grow up around it. But I'm in a military town for sure. So I wanted to get on here and talk to you about, and this can really go into the Memorial Day theme of keeping a short account on your relationships. So what that means to me is, in order to have healthy, growing relationships, hey Carrie, thanks for coming on. This is me. Hey Susan. In order to have flourishing relationships, there really has to be a short account. And what I mean by that is not that you're easily offended and you need to constantly go back to that person and be like, you offended me, so we need a clear. So in the seminar world, we called it a clear. And what that meant was, I'm just not digging the washed out look here. I don't know. I think my red face is changing the whole thing. It means having open, honest conversations instead of huge elephants in the room every time you get together. There's still that elephant in the room, so everyone walks around on pins and needles. I recently had a conversation with my dad, who we haven't really had too much of a relationship until the last 5 years probably. And it's been cool because he's an introvert, so obviously it's better one-on-one. And so I understand that and I appreciate that. But just never really created a time with him in my life where it was just me and him. Instead it was like my kids or my husband or whoever. But I wanted to talk to you guys about, I'm sure I'll be writing about this quite a bit, how important it is to keep a short account with people, because it really creates negative stuff in your body. And it can take all your energy out of you to where you feel like you don't even have energy to get out of bed. And it actually creates such a depression level in you. I personally have had many forgiveness conversations in my lifetime because I've seen the gems in having them. Why would you even have those? Man, I look amazing. This is me staying at home all day because we were in the sun. So I had a conversation with my dad recently that was super special. It was one of those conversations that you might not ever see. I feel extremely grateful, and I don't take it lightly, because a lot of people don't do enough work in the forgiveness arena to be able to sit in front of each other and have a forward-moving conversation of love and forgiveness. And my dad and I have been creating that space with each other and had a fantastic conversation last time I saw him, which was a couple days ago. And I've been kind of brewing on it in a good way. Percolating is better than brewing about what a gift that was to, one, be in the place where I could even hear what he was saying, and two, create the space to where he felt comfortable enough to chat. And it was just a beautiful, non-judgmental space of just, hey, this is where I was coming from. This is what happened. This is what I chose. This is what, on both sides. And my parents were divorced when I was 2, so I went back and forth between my parents. And, you know, you can get a lot of hurt feelings and a lot of loss, you know, not having one of your parents with you at all times. You're always missing one of them, I guess, is the best way to put it. But since then, I've gone through seminar after seminar and just really worked on creating short accounts with people. It's a little harder with family because you have so much history with them. But it's really about forgiving yourself for what you allowed or what you created or who you showed up as, because that's not the person you want to be. And that's upsetting, you know, to see yourself play out like that. So just to encourage you guys, maybe, you know, and maybe you didn't get that chance because they're gone now, like they're not on this earth. That's an even better reason to keep pushing through and having short accounts with people. My conversation with my dad, like, I'm so glad it wasn't on his deathbed or my deathbed, that we actually are a healthy mind and spirit enough to have a legit conversation about tough subjects and just be like, well, cool, what are we going to build from here? Instead of, hey, I'm not going to live in the past, right? So I want to encourage you in that today. If you have relationships that are out of sorts, to really have a solid conversation about it. Because I know as a businesswoman, a self-employed businesswoman, this greatly affects my energy. If I have crappy stuff going on, then my energy is sapped galore. And I just keep thinking about that situation. Thinking. It's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary to create that for yourself. Unless you're fully bought into your victim story and you are going to be a victim the rest of your life. If that's where you're coming from, then this information is not going to be helpful, because then you definitely would leave all of your relationships out of sorts, because it creates the constant drama. And I can say that harshly because I've been there and I've lived it. And so I want to encourage you to move out of that for health reasons and for sanity. Well, it's all health related, but just energy wise, the energy it creates to release that person and say, you know, this is how it was for me. How was it for you? Like, why did you create that? And then why did I respond to that? And what did I create that you responded to that triggered you? I've had these adult conversations with many people that I love and adore, because I love and adore them, and we all deserve freedom. So that's what I wanted to encourage you with today. I was thinking about just Memorial Day and what it actually is celebrating, which is the lives that were lost, and what just kind of pondering how many people didn't get that last conversation, and how important it is. And you know, a lot of times we choose to do things not proactively, but in the moment. So I have this situation, so now I will take care of this situation, instead of being super proactive and being like, hey, I have a relationship that's out of sorts and I'm going to have a quality conversation so that I can run at my full shebang. Hey, Mark. So have a beautiful, beautiful day, and that's all I got for today, besides my sunburn and no makeup. So that's pretty awesome. Love you guys.